Hi everyone. Today I'm going to review the Chrome Industries Cobra Hoodie. Zip up this pocket. So I've had this for only one season, but I got it sometime early in December, and so with 3.5-ish months of good use out of it now, I would say, or more than that, I would say that I've had enough time to really have a good idea for this, for reviewing it. This is a wool hoodie that is cycling focused, made by Chrome, and which has quite a few little features, but in general I would say is a great mid-layer cold weather intermediary layer for a lot of different reasons. For one, the fact that it's made of wool is really handy, because I'll wear this underneath as my top layer or underneath a cycling jacket of some sort over my base layer every day of the week going into work, and I just hang it up on a chair in my office, and dries out. There's no smell, and because wool naturally just resists making smells, and this has become like one of my just everyday, wear it all the time pieces of clothing. In addition, the hood actually is pretty nice and looks pretty good, and the fit and styling of the hoodie is altogether quite nice. This is a medium, and I got this at REI, and it has thumb holes for helping keep it down. For my length of arms, when I'm riding, I generally don't actually have it down there, but that leaves me enough surplus material to be able to get it under my gloves for while I'm riding. So for the hood, there are two drawstrings for tightening it, and they're flexible, they stretch, but you have two ways of being able to grab onto them. One, if you can find them, and these are a little hard to find when you're trying to look around while riding or running, or when you don't have dexterous fingers available, if you pull it down like this. Other way is that you can just grab onto these, so essentially you can just loop and pull, and that makes it a lot easier to grab when you're struggling. This hood actually fits quite nicely underneath a helmet. I go run and get mine, but I'll show you. So with the helmet on, looks like this. Well, I don't do it very often. This is actually a quite nice little feature for when the temperature just shifts and you're not quite ready for whatever you're dealing with. And I can throw this up. It makes for extra warmth, makes for comfort. And the fact that the zipper goes all the way up to the chin is quite nice for keeping your neck warm. They could have just designed it to go down to here, but they didn't. So this is a nice little well thought out feature. Another nice thing about this hoodie is this is pretty easily findable. It could be bigger, but it's pretty easily findable. But especially, you can one-hand operate it. So instead of having to fight the zipper like on a lot of cycling wear, you can just, while running along, just grab onto it and you can work it. So, to go over the other features of the hoodie, there is a nice little sleeve pocket right here for people who like to keep a little bit of cash or keys, or in fact it's got a little key catcher right there. Or you like to keep your MP3 player there. In fact, it's just an overall nice little pocket to have. I don't use it much, but I know a lot of people probably would. In the essence of a hoodie, there are two hip pockets right here that vent to the inside with a mesh layering right there. And these I end up using fairly frequently. I'll put my MP3 player in here, and the poles could be bigger, but for what you're dealing with most of the time, it works quite well. On the back side, there are two big cycling style pockets in the back. And this one goes, oh, I think actually both go all the way across. Yeah, so in here it's a big, essentially, hoodie pouch, and I can reach behind and touch my fingers across each other from between. So if you put in something big back there and you want to get to it from one side versus the other, you can get there either way. Now again, these zippers, these pulls could use some improvement, but when I'm wearing winter clothes and gloves and all that, I don't put a lot of stuff into my back pockets anyway, because I just don't end up riding in the way that I will be putting stuff back there in those situations. So it's not as big an issue for me. If that's a big problem for you, well, I guess that might be an issue to deal with. Now, on the inside, and this is part of what has made this such a go-to for me for clothing just off the bike as well as on, which is not always the case, as anybody familiar will know. You can see this is just brushed material that's very nice, soft, very comfortable, and the let's see. And essentially, after one season of multiple washings and a lot of wearing, you can see that there's no pilling of the fabric yet. There's no damage that I've been able to really see. There's occasional stains from, winter snot rockets. But this continues to have definite signs of going multiple seasons. And in fact, I don't do this very often. I'm thinking I might go back and get this in another color, because this is the green, and I believe there's a black as well. I believe it's only two colors as far as I know so far. Let's see. What else? Oh, so I've washed this multiple times, and so despite being a wool garment, I've washed it in permanent press warm, and then I just hang dry it, and I've never had any problem with shrinking so far. Your mileage may always vary, but as far as I can tell, that seems to work quite well. Hi, lady. And one second, I'll double check the price for you, because I pulled this up because, yeah. Yes, girl. So full price for this is a little spendy, I recognize. It's $180, but I got this from REI with a gift certificate, with a gift card, and essentially we're moving into the time of year where if you're looking for something like this, you'd be well served in order to finding it right then. Also, for bike tours or just campers in general, I would say this is a great thing to be able to add on, because a lot of athletic material now is made of synthetics, which is great for a lot of different things, but not great for being around fire. And so if you're around fire, and every time I'm around fire with any kind of synthetics on, some ember lands on it and I have a hole in my clothes. In fact, I know of 3 separate nice pieces of clothing that I have that have an ember hole in them, that I still have the clothing because there's nothing else wrong with them. But it's a little jab at you every time you're wearing it. And if you throw on this guy over the outside of whatever you're wearing, then you don't have that problem. You can be tending the fire, you can have an ember land on you, and that's all going to be fine. So overall, I would say I'm very pleased with this. And if you're somebody who wants to be able to avoid smells building up in your clothes, be able to wear something around a campfire, having something that you could just wear at home and off the bike for a lot of different situations, and are willing to deal with the challenge of like a decent upfront investment in it, then I would say, but I think will last for quite some time, then I would say this hoodie, the chrome wool Cobra hoodie, is quite the good choice for you. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.